Okay, so if you saw the last facts video, you know that Beast Boy used to be in the game, but he actually wasn't the only one. There's also Steve, Black Steve, Rana, and the player model. Black Steve dropped up to 2 gunpowder, with the other Steve dropping the same amount but his string instead. And in dev, they both got the chance to drop a flint and steel. Hi, I'm Fort Gaming, and here's 25 more facts about Minecraft. On the topic of mob drops, some mobs actually used to have different drops than they do now. For example, pigs and sheep both used to drop mushrooms instead of, pork and mutton. A few more examples are zombies dropping feathers, phantoms dropping leather, and endermen dropping diamonds. Honestly, really glad they changed the enderman drops because it doesn't fully make sense to me and kind of sounds like it'd make diamonds a bit too easy to get your hands on, you know? At one point in pre-classic, items simply just didn't exist. Imagine that for a second. Minecraft but with 0 items to use. No ender pearls, no swords, no food, no water buckets to save you when you fall. Honestly, crazy to think about such a thing. Wonder how the PvP scene would be like flat. A lot of mobs also had different designs than they do now. Like, slimes were originally opaque when they were first added to the game. My launcher for older versions of Minecraft kept crashing, so you'll just have to take my word on it than the Minecraft Wiki's word. I honestly like this look quite a bit. If they changed it back to this, I don't think I'd be too huge of a fan though. It's better off like just an optional resource pack. A few other examples of different mob looks are cows which didn't have 3D horns and udders, endermen having green eyes, and phantoms looking honestly a bit silly. Hey, what do you think about these original designs? Let me know in the comments. Personally, I'd love to have like a resource pack or something that gives the phantom their original design just because of how dumb it looks. Hey, have you ever wondered what a creeper would feel like? Well, Notch actually answered this question all the way back in 2010, saying that they'd be crunchy like dried leaves. I honestly can see why, given they're just walking leaf bombs, plus the creeper texture is literally just the leaves texture with a face and toes slapped on it. Speaking of creepers, if you go into spectator mode, a few mobs have their own filters for their vision. Creepers see in green, endermen see the world inverted, which actually means they see the end as a bunch of cobblestone instead of endstone, and spiders just see way too much. I understand they have multiple eyes, but come on, they don't need that much vision. They can save it for the rest of us. As of writing and recording the script, a few mobs actually don't become completely invisible. Examples of this being the breeze, trader llamas, charged creepers, and endermen. Wow, endermen are showing up a lot in these facts. The iron and gold pressure plates aren't actually called the iron and gold pressure plates. Every pressure plate is called what it's made of, so you'd assume that to be the same with these two, but nah. They're called the heavy and lightweighted pressure plates respectively. This is because they actually work differently than the other pressure plates, in which the redstone signal extends out by 1 the more items are on it. With this knowledge, you could place them in front of an iron door and most folk would think it's just to activate the door, but a clever person like you would know that it actually can unlock a secret room. I might make a video going over all the possible ways to make a hidden room, but only if y'all are interested enough in it. A personal favorite fact of mine is that missing no is referenced plenty of times. Like, if you delete all of the available splash text in older versions of Minecraft, for example, the 19W12B snapshot as shown in this screenshot, it'll say missing no as a placeholder. And if you get a tool that can break an invalid block ID, it'll call the mineable block missing no too. Oh, and this also applies to blocks that can be placed on invalid IDs too. Now that I've mentioned splash text, I'd like to point out there is a bit of splash text that will never appear on the Java version. You can find it in the notepad that holds all the splash text data, in which it says, "This message will never appear on the splash screen." Isn't that weird? If you try to force it to load in the game will just simply crash. Is this a bug or something? Man, I don't know, I'm just a messenger. I'd assume not, given it references the fact that it's inaccessible in, like, the text itself. If it isn't a bug, then I don't know why this is only the case in the Java edition. It displays perfectly fine in other editions. So we all know water has a different color depending on the biome, yeah? Well, the Nether and End both have their own watercolors. The Nether looks kinda red, which I personally find a bit spooky, and End water is purple? Unless my eyes are mistaken here. On the topic of water, there's currently 10 things that can either absorb or negate fall damage. These being hay bales, beds, honey and slime blocks, sweet berry bushes, ladders, cobwebs, boats, good old water, and lava. No clue why anyone in their right mind would clutch with lava of all things, but you can. There's signatures hidden away in entity textures. Some classic examples being Jeb's signature on the Guardian, 3 signatures on the armor stand, and... ooh, I'm about to butcher I'm gonna butcher this name, aren't I? Zaphobia. Zaphobia's signature being on the OG zombie pigment texture. This is because they made the original zombie pigment texture before it was changed to remove the blood from it. As of making this video, Minecraft was made 16 years ago. If you remember when it first came out, then I am very, very sorry for reminding you of the passage of time. Minecraft was originally called Cave Game, and then changed to Minecraft Order of the Stone, and then just Minecraft. Oh, this was actually referenced in Minecraft Story Mode, in which a group of warriors were called the Order of the Stone. Minecraft Story Mode was such a good game. It sucks Telltale Games went down. Villagers can actually sleep in beds while in the Nether without it exploding. For some reason, this honestly kinda upsets me. Axolotls remove players' mining fatigue if they help them defeat a mob. I could see this being good if you're near or in an ocean monument, so maybe take some axolotls with you next time you decide sponges are that worth it. The Ender Dragon used to be resummonable via putting clay in a creeper face pattern. Then we got a better way to resummon the dragon, and the previous way was removed. When the sapling was first added to Minecraft back in the pre-classic days, Notch tried to hide it because he thought it was ugly, and I can't say I particularly disagree with him on this. I'm sorry, but this is genuinely the ugliest sapling texture I've ever seen. The Jelly and Tuxedo Cats are both based on real-life cats. The Jelly Cat is based off of the YouTuber Good Time with Scars cat, with the exact same name. This cat actually won a contest 8 years ago back in 2018. And the Tuxedo Cat is based off Jeb's cat, Newton. Unfortunately, Newton died in 2014. Rest in peace, beloved kitty. Okay, hear me out here. In Java, the vaults and trial chambers can only store the last 128 players who opened it. So theoretically speaking, it's possible to make vault drops renewable on the servers as long as the server has more than 128 players. There are currently over 452 splash texts as of writing the script. I wonder what the chances of encountering every single one is. I'm not really smart enough to do the math on that, but if any of y'all want to do the math on that, go ahead. The 1 millionth person who bought Minecraft actually got a free cape exclusive to them. Can't say I ain't jealous. Wish I had my own cape exclusive to me. I hope they liked the cape in the game though. Would be a huge shame if they didn't. The smallest structure at the moment is the buried treasure, being literally just a chest underground. You can't really get much simpler or smaller than that. We have no clue when Java Edition originally began development. Of course, we know it did once start development, given, you know, it exists now. But yeah, we don't know when it originally began, and we may never know. And now, to send you off, I want to give you one last fact. Not Minecraft related, but the like and subscribe button both have an animation when they're mentioned. Though, not always working. Oh, speaking of, you should hit both if you like this video and want to see more from me. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye!